What's going on, guys? My name is Kohler. I'm a professional pool trick shot artist, and today I want to tell you a little bit more about a brand new pool game called the Points game. It was invented by my good friend Albert Charbonneau kind of recently, and as much as it's kind of still an experimental game, it really is awesome and a super exciting format. I've been using it for practice and for teaching people actually quite a bit, and I really think it's an awesome game. So rather than a lengthy explanation, let me just tell you a little bit more about the game, and then we'll go and jump on right into play one rack and see how this works. So, the points game, how is this played? Well, it's played on a normal table like the one behind me, a 9-foot table, but could be a 7-foot, doesn't matter. 15 balls plus the cue ball, the order doesn't matter, stripe solid, no issue, 8 ball of course is not relevant as well. And you'll start with the cue ball behind the head string, but we'll come to that later once we start demonstrating the game. As far as the main objective of the game is to make as many points as possible. To give you an idea, the current world record is for Michael Harrison and is 179 points, which is absolutely insane, guys, already an insane record. So how do you make points? Well, if you make just a normal ball into a pocket, half the table distance, that's 1 point. If you make a full table ball into a pocket, that doubles up the points, right? So from 1 point it becomes 2. Now, even with a rack of 15 ball, you're still pretty far from 100 plus points, right? So the extra points comes from adding element to the shots. And these elements are bank, kick, masse, jump, could be even a jump rail, kind of anything you can think about, right? So now you have that, and let's say you're gonna bank hit one rail, the same ball, that ball actually becomes 5. Now if you're banking the whole length of the table with one rail, that becomes 10, right? But now let's say you're kicking 3 rail all around the table. Now it becomes, 10 points per rail pretty much, right? So that would become a 30-point shot. So you can see that you can kind of rack them up really quickly, but the conditions have to be there and you have to provoke the condition to make it happen. Honestly, very, very cool game for me because as a more aggressive player, it makes a lot of sense to try the, stupid shot, as I call it, in normal pool, which really don't result in good things when you play normal 8-ball or 9-ball. However, in this game, as long as you call it and you call the right shot, it really rewards you. So rather than a very lengthy explanation, let's just jump into one rack and let's see how the scoring works and let's see how we can score some points. Okay, so let's try this. So for the break, I go second ball break usually. Try to make a ball in the corner because it's still one inning, so there's still 1 point here in those pockets. If it goes up there, 2 points. If you don't make anything, not a big deal. The idea on the second ball is to try to create a bit of cluster. So you have to create combinations of bank rather than just spread them out wide open. So slightly different in normal rotation. Let's see, bottom, touch the left. Alright, so I nailed the corner ball, which is good. So at least it's 1 point. So again, my points on the left in the white, innings in the red there. So let's see what we got left. And we're going to try to score as many points as possible, right? So let's see, we have a decent combination 14-10 here, which is what I'm going to go for. Get started, pretty easy shot, but that is 5 points, so puts us to 6 and 2 innings already. So those 5 points are great, but unfortunately you need a bit more to get really high scores. It's still quite a nice start here. Okay, so I like this. Usually this is not the greatest position, but that could work. So we'll do a 2 into the 2, so that's a full table. So remember, full table doubles the points. I'm going to call the bank of the 6 into the corner. So it's just a bank, carom into corner. There we go. So that's a big shot. Bank plus carom, that's 2 elements, that's 10. Double up because of the distance, that is 20 points. So we have 20 points here on this one. Inning 3, that's a solid start. Unfortunately, not a lot of those shots usually present themselves, but when you see them, you've got to try to make them. Alright, what else do we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's another full table. It's right there, so it's about 4 diamond distance, a little more over. So that would be nice. That gives me double the innings, double the points as well. If I simply kick into these 5 balls to make it. Alright, so this is a 10-pointer, 36, 4 innings. Okay. Now let's see what we got. Took a couple of good low-hanging fruits, but this could get a little trickier. All right, I have a decent idea. So remember banks, 5 points per rail really. So rather than trying to bank it here, which is pretty doable, I want to try to bank it short so it goes 2 rail to get another 10 points. No, that won't do it, unfortunately. That was a little risky and probably a little too cocky, I would say. So, unfortunately, that is 0 points on this inning. Kind of a waste. It was a good bank, but do we have anything else to be able to do here? The kick shot's very tricky, but we're going to try for it. Almost lucked this one in, but unfortunately, that is another inning and no points. So as you can see, the innings go quite quick here. You've got to be very, very careful every time something like this happens. What do I have here? Oh, I like almost this 8 ball for like a couple of 3 rail or something like that, but nothing is really lined up. I've got a tough... Actually, this could work. All right, here we go. Bank on the 4 into the combination on the 14. So that's 2 elements. Double the points because long distance. There we go. Alright, so it's at 2 elements, 10 points. Double distance, 20 points. So this is very good. We've got another inning that passes by though. Alright, we got a solid bank shot opportunity here on the 6 ball. I could try the same, try to short bank it 2 rails. That's probably worth trying. Here we go, this time it worked right on it. So we got another 10 points here. Remember, 5 points per rail. Alright, so this is working pretty solid, but now it's getting difficult, right? Let's see. Oh, I almost want to do a 4-railer here, but not lined up the right way. The bank on the 3 is kind of tricky. Can we set up another one? Sometimes we can also just take a point, set up another shot. Alright, so I'm going to try, with the way the innings are going, scoring pretty good, I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to try to make the 6, the 1 ball, sorry, and the 15. Right in there. So that's another, so 1 point, so 5 points. For the 1 extra ball and 5 points for the... Sorry guys, I'm losing my train of thought here. So it is a carom, so yes, so it's a 10 points. Actually it's not 10, it's 15 because it's 5 points for the ball with the carom. No, it is 10, okay. It should be 10. If not, we'll make a correction later. Either way, good shot. I did forget the inning though. Alright, let's see what I can do here. I wish there was a better angle here. It could work though. Alright, so let's try this. 7 ball, 3 rail. Just short, just a little bit. That would have been a 30-point shot, so it was really worth trying. Unfortunately, no luck there. 1 inning passes, but this was a solid shot. What else do we have here that we could go a little fancy again? And obviously, I could try to kick at it again, but it's kind of far from the hole, so bad stuff could happen. Now, if you notice, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 balls only left, so the amount of balls left sometimes doesn't matter too much. It's really more about how many points can you get with it. I want to try to go for that 7-3 rail again. I really want to get those points if I can. It's going to be close. Didn't touch it. Alright, so another inning passes by. That would be 10. Alright, this is tricky, guys. Keep trying to move this 7. I don't really want to move it, right? So, alright, maybe I can just go for... Alright, how about this? 11, 2 rails of the 13 into the hole. Fortunately, that's another no points. Now, however, the balls did move. So quite a few innings kind of blank here. I'm trying to go more for high score than, you know, simply just beating the opponent. Obviously, if you're playing against somebody and you're way ahead, you know, then it's pretty simple. But in this case, I'm trying to go for high scores. You want to be a little fancy if you can. Is there anything I can do here that's solid? Not necessarily an easy shot again either. I'm going to try the combination 4 to the 11 with the bank. Of course, it did not work, so this is just an inning, no points. Unfortunately, not a waste. Not a bad shot, but no real luck here. Wow, this is tricky, as you can see, guys. Sometimes balls don't really line up. Is there a shot on the 3? All right, 3 rail on the 3 into the bottom corner. Okay. No, that will be long. That will be long. Okay, so wow, we are running out of balls and running out of options slowly but surely. Running out of innings mostly. Is there a good potential shot here that could make sense? Not that I see. There's obviously a simple kick shot here, but kind of far, so I'm going to see if I can make it. No. No point. One more inning. Wish I could have at least moved that ball towards the hole to get a big score, but nothing. Alright, let's try a simple bank shot on the 9 at this point. Sometimes it's all you can take. So that's in 15, puts me at 81. And one crazy shot to go. I'm wondering if I can find anything. Nothing that really jumps in the eye here. It could be a 3 rail on the 3, long, short, long back here. That's all I can really think of. Big shots, but you know, last inning anyway, so. Yeah, way too long. And that's it. So that runs my 16 innings. 81 points, which in my opinion is about average probably. If you can, you try to score high, you know, like high 60s probably to 80s. I'd say anything over 100 is a very solid shot. It's a very solid run. My record is 120 something. I think it's 121. But you know, as you can see, I did have a bunch of opportunities at the end that I kind of missed. And had I made only 1 out of the 2 or 3 blank inning I had in a row, and I was a 3 rail 30 points, that would have been going a long, long way, right? So imagine another 30 points on that. Could have been close to a very good run. Unfortunately, 81. Again, though, you understand the way the game works. I truly find it fascinating because it's great practice. Makes you find a cool shot out of something that really you wouldn't look for in a normal pool. And it makes it a little more entertaining. And even by yourself, you know, I pretty much, you entertain yourself a lot more than if you're just shooting balls straight in. So great practice game, really good tool to sharpen your skill, and honestly can't wait to see where this game is going because I think it's going to be awesome in the future. Alright guys, well if you have any question, I put Albert's email in the bottom here in the description, so make sure you send him an email if you have any question on how to score, how the game works, and if you want to hold a tournament. And if anything else, other than that, I will see you guys next time for another video. Bye everyone.